With this war winding down, it is time to consider the heroes of the battle against tyranny. In a sense, all the men and women who contributed to the defeat of the Nazis in Europe and who are contributing to the defeat of the Japanese in the Pacific are heroes. The farmers in the field, the riveters on the line, and the kids rounding up scrap metal for the smelters have all sacrificed for the common good, giving of themselves above and beyond the call of duty. But in battle, there is a different sort of heroism, because in battle there is not just personal inconvenience to overcome, but also the possibility of death and dismemberment, of total sacrifice. To become a hero in battle, it is necessary to put the communal cause ahead of the individual's most basic instinct, survival. As the war ends, hundreds of thousands of Americans are returning home as decorated veterans, the ribbons on their chests barely hinting at their accomplishments. They are, almost literally, the kids next door, torn from peacetime normalcy to fight a war not of their own making. Almost to a man, they have risen to the occasion, fighting not for the glory, but for the good, asking little in return but the chance, eventually, to return home and resume their previous lives. As time passes, their tales will be told. Grandchildren at fireside will hear how they charged into enemy fire, fought without rest for weeks or even months at a stretch, and reached out with a hand of kindness to a continent in ruins. In a war this vast, extraordinary heroism becomes almost a common thing. But among those many veterans, there will be a few, a bare handful really, who return wearing the nation's highest commendation, the Congressional Medal of Honor. The recipients of that award are anything but common. Men whose bravery and selflessness in battle are so great that they demand to be recognized not just by units or branches or states, but by the nation as a whole. In 1862, Congress authorized the casting of a medal to be given to non-commissioned officers and privates as shall most distinguish themselves by their gallantry in action during the present insurrection. A year later, officers were made eligible for the decoration, which is awarded based on 8 criteria: setting a personal example under fire that inspires other men, devotion to duty under fire, accepting danger, saving life, overcoming one's injuries, defeating great odds, taking command, and seizing the opportunity to strike a blow at the enemy. So that the medal will not be denigrated by petty second-guessing, the records upon which the decisions are made are destroyed, but a few things about the awards process are known. Traditionally, it is necessary that a recipient's heroic acts be witnessed by 3 or more people. Statements by those witnesses are reviewed at the division level, and if the actions described seem distinctly and undeniably heroic, the information is then bumped up the chain of command. At every level, Corps, Army, theater, details of the events in question are analyzed, a process designed to preserve the sanctity of the Medal of Honor. Finally, with the facts of a case known and put in perspective, a decision is rendered and a recommendation is made to Congress. It has been said that some men are born great, that some achieve greatness, and that others have it thrust upon them. In this war, the winners of the Congressional Medal of Honor would seem to be all 3. They have been thrust into impossible situations, and in those situations they achieve that which must have been born into them. The ability to recognize what needs to be done and to carry through without allowing the noise of basic survival instincts to break their concentration. It is for that they are recognized heroes among heroes, at long last, marching toward home.